Today I'm at Brandex in Tempe, Arizona. Brandex provides some of the freshest custom t-shirts and apparel that businesses of all types use to improve experience and get more customers. And my guest in the show is owner of Brandex, Charles Goffnet, along with Zach Barna, president of Boom Promo. Boom Promo provides some top-notch promotional products, and I've brought these guys on the show today to talk about how the most successful fitness studios and gyms are using apparel and promotional gear to get more members and improve attrition.
If you own a gym or you need a gym, this is your guy.
My name's Mike, and I help fitness studios that are ready to take action, work hard, and grow their studios. In this very saturated industry, there's tons of competition, but the opportunities are incredible. We'll cover the most common challenges in the fitness world and invite guests in the show that have learned to overcome them and share their strategies with you. This is the GSD Show. All right, what's up, guys?
What's up, Mike?
Not much. How you doing?
Good.
All right, so you guys have definitely been in the game for a long time for what you both do, and in particular, I have you guys here because you work with quite a few people in the fitness space. So in a nutshell, just give me an idea, starting with Zach, what it is that you guys do, and in particular with fitness studios and box gyms.
Sure. Boom Promo is a solution-based promotional product company. So companies typically come to us when they need one of two things. The first thing is usually idea generation. We look for the companies that don't have time to scroll through thousands of items to try to find that ringer. So they come to us and allow us to do the legwork for them. The other way we help them out is in tight timelines. We have thousands of items we can turn in 24 hours. So if your event is this weekend, we can help you out.
Cool. And what about you?
Brandex is a custom apparel and accessory print shop. We specialize in small quantities and like Boom Promo's solution promotions. And so we're really about helping people express themselves with the things that they wear. It's a really intimate thing. Everyone wears clothes every day. You're wearing a Brandex shirt just right now and you're trying to say something. And our goal is to help you move your message forward with the things that you wear.
Cool. And those questions were obviously more for those guys because I use both of you guys. I've used Charles for 4 years now. All of our shirts, all the GSD, the Fit Flavor, the Loud Rumor, all that stuff is from you guys. And then you've done all of our like pens and frisbees and all that cool stuff.
Yes, sir.
And you guys do really good work. For you, I know that you work a lot with different CrossFits and you have some cool, unique stuff that you've done for them as well. What are some of the coolest products or most unique that you found interesting when you first started working with them?
Yeah, I'm a big CrossFitter myself, so it's fun to work with these boxes that are looking for guidance. Some of the coolest stuff, I actually brought some samples. Some of the coolest stuff I've seen done is when you're talking about meal planning or you're talking about some kind of a dietary challenge within your gym, branding your own Tupperware, branding your own like moleskin style journals. And I brought the lime green just because of the Loud Rumor green.
Yes, good.
Making sure your brand follows your group around. They're bringing these to work. They're bringing these everywhere they go. They're bringing these to restaurants. They're logging their food. They're logging their workouts. And your brand is all over it. It's just an easy way for you to stay right in front of them and to kind of spread your brand around.
So where do people typically put their logo? Like right here on the side? Or top?
That goes on the top. And these, you can print on these. You can deboss on these. You can do a lot of different things.
Yeah, this is awesome because you're going to carry like 6 of these all day.
Without a doubt. Well,
Right.
And imagine like you're at your company kitchen and you open it up and you see that in there and you know that's one of your other employees' lunch and it has the gym's branding on the top of it and you're like, what is this? How
That's
did
a
you
good
get
idea.
this?
And these are much nicer than the ones you get at like Walmart.
Yeah, and when you pop it open, it has like separate compartments for dressing and
break
if you
it,
have
you do.
anything else in there.
Or you just pop it like that?
Yeah, I think it twists.
Here, Swiss?
There you
Okay.
go.
Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah, so you have like a little dressing compartment in the middle and you can throw whatever like garnishments you throw on your salad in there.
So how much something like this costs? Like what's the minimum order?
Those are $7-8. I believe minimum orders around 50.
Okay.
And the journals, same game, $7-8. Minimum orders around 50. And things like the journals where they really have that moleskin look, which is like a $20 item, but this is
Right.
something that you can buy for $7, and then it has that high perceived value for your clients.
Now those are obviously cool, unique, a little bit more than just the most common stuff, right? What do you
Yep.
see as common?
Common items, I think with gyms, looking at what people use. So when people walk into your gyms, typically the first thing you think about is not only their apparel, but their drinkware. So I brought a couple pieces in The swell style kind of hydro flask, copper line. These are the ones that keep your liquids cool or hot for 12 hours.
You really went all green too.
I went all green, dude. And
awesome.
Things like this that have that high perceived value, like what's a swell bottle cost? $30,
Right.
and those are $14. So you get the high perceived value and the high perceived value look, but you're not spending that kind of money. And this is something, once again, especially if your colors are bright, if your clients are walking around town showing these off for you and spreading the love, it is.
Yeah, you don't throw something like that away like
You don't
do
throw
a
something like that
Dasani
away.
bottle.
Well, and I think what fitness studios and boxes have that is difficult for other brands is that if you have people showing up every day, they're already passionate about your brand.
Right.
They're showing up, they love their gym, there's gym pride everywhere. When you go to like a CrossFit competition, you see how the gyms sit on different sides and they huddle together and they have matching swag. You have a group that's ready to spread the love, and so you've got to
I wear
equip
these
them.
a lot too. Do you guys
Silicone
do these
wristbands,
things?
yeah, 100%. Yeah, and those are super duper cheap.
I have like 10 that I kind of always change out because I like the phrasing.
Without a
so
doubt.
the ones that just have the logo and like their slogan, I'm not into 100%.
Yep.
But this one has like this is from FunkFit, 1% better every day, which I really like, and this one's unbreakable. So if they have like a really cool meaning that means something to me, I like wearing those too.
Without a doubt.
Are these pretty expensive or no?
No, it's under $1, super cheap, and they can be highly effective. One thing I like to see is having some kind of incentive to get them. We've seen studios, if you hit X amount of classes in a month, you get a certain color band, so that if you're
So it's
at
like a belt and cross.
Yeah, so it is like a belt and cry. Oh, she's wearing the orange one. That means she's like does 20 classes a month.
Wow.
So creating that different value on it can make it fun for people to kind of show off
That's really
their
cool.
level of
or she's
commitment.
been here for 6 months already or a year.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
That's cool. And so same thing for you. What are some of the cool, unique style shirts that you've seen? Because you've had to see some funky phrasing or...
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot about motivational stuff. A lot of my gym and fitness clients are doing all kinds of, it's all about kind of the motivation and moving forward and inspiration. So like, for my friends at SickFit, they do all kinds of like big prints, big bold prints. And so, I mean, there's two reasons that people wear custom apparel. It's because they love how it fits or they love what it has to say. And I would argue that more times than not, people choose shirts to wear because of the way they fit. So we concentrate a lot on making sure you're choosing shirts that you and your audience want to wear every day. Because
Okay.
if you get because every day it's a battle of it's a competition to see what you're going to wear that day and who wins that day, right? So if you want them to choose your shirt that you gave them and be a walking builder for you, it's really about it's a shirt that they want to wear.
Mm-hmm.
And so for my fitness clients, gym clients, a lot of times it's about there's a goal to get to a certain body physique and body feel, and so choosing super tight fitted shirts, is great for the trainers, but it's important to think about the fits for your full audience. And so making sure you have a nice wide range of choices that will make them feel good right now versus how they want to be.
So one's more of a loose fitting shirt. And they
Yeah,
get to
having
pick.
those
It'll be
options.
their
If you just provide all kinds of like super thin, like super tight fitted shirts like this American Apparel, great, super thin, super soft. But if you're not super body confident, you're probably not going to wear this shirt very often. So it's
Right.
important to have a nice mix of options of shirts that everyone wants to wear. So that because again, the goal is that that's their favorite shirt. Imagine if you gave them that shirt and it was their favorite one and they wore it every day. You win because they're walking around every day with your phrase, your logo on it.
And that's one of the things too that's important. And for those that are listening to the podcast, it's good that you guys watch the YouTube version of this too on the GSDshow.com because obviously a lot of this is visual. But I've been given shirts before by different companies and they're kind of cool on the front,
Yeah.
but then on the back it's got call us at this number and it's like a local phone number
Right.
and it's like the email and all that. That's okay, but I don't feel like I'm wearing that at a barbecue
Right.
or like at Fry's because I don't want people to approach me and think that's what I do for a living, right? And just it's different, right? Whereas this shirt I really like. I'd wear this everywhere. On the back, it's what does it say? Like
Life
unbroken. Like that's cool. It's not promoting the company. Call us today for a free
Right.
session or something like that, right? So just remember, it's different if you're wearing the shirt versus your members. You got to make it something they want to wear outside of your gym too.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys do tank tops and other stuff too, or do
All
you guys?
kinds of stuff. We do tank tops. Love to do zip hoodies. So we have this tri-blend thin zip hoodie, which is great for Arizona. All seasons, great when you go to the movie theater, and even if it might be hot outside, it's probably going to be cold in the theater. So there's all kinds of lifewear that you can wear, tank tops, hoodies, hats, everything can be outfitted with logos, everything.
Let's say, people watching right now, let's say they've never gotten into promotional products, but now they're starting to get it and they're starting to see, okay, maybe we should get some stuff outside of just our website, right? Yeah. What's something super simple for somebody to just get into and start seeing some value as far as price goes? I guess I'll go for you, Zach. Yeah. Is the bands an example of one?
Yeah, I mean, the bands are a great example of just something that you can kind of get started with as far as testing your market and testing your clientele to see how they'll respond. One other thing that I always suggest is ask your people too. I mean, you're close with these people at your studio. You see them every day, you talk to them every day. What do they need? Would they be interested in a cool Copperline water bottle? Would they be interested in doing some kind of a diet challenge and having custom Tupperware made?
It depends too on what you do. Like a yoga studio, maybe like a mat,
without a doubt,
or like those the little boxes they can lay their head on, lay their back on.
But it's another reason you should communicate with your people too, because for all you know, they all use this one brand of mat, and you can't get that promotionally. So I've seen it misfire where it was best intentions and then they did not sell. So I'm a huge fan. You're a small business. You're close to your clients. Just talk to them about what they need and what they think they would want from the gym.
Cool. And what about you? What's like the simplest thing to get into? Is it t-shirts or?
Absolutely, t-shirts. And the great advantage that we have is that because we print in any quantity, you can test out your ideas. I have a lot of fitness and a lot of nutrition clients, and they love coming in to test different ideas. And the biggest thing is to make a couple shirts and then they wear them around.
So you don't have to buy 500 shirts or 50 shirts
you
or
have
anything?
to buy at least one shirt. You can't buy half shirts. You only sell full shirts.
It's okay. But, no belly shirts.
No. But so
I can see them selling them.
But you can test those ideas out, right? So the idea, so that you don't have to. Because I have a lot of ideas every day, and a lot of them are terrible ideas, and so. The opportunity to try an idea out and make sure that your fan base is into this idea, into this concept, into this shirt, into this design, they resonate with it, then you can make better, more focused decisions moving forward in larger quantities.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing I liked about your style is that, for us, we actually give, every time a person signs on with us, we send them a shirt. But, I don't have to have 400 shirts in inventory of all different sizes.
Right.
I actually can just send you the email and your team drop ships it over, and you even put like a little note or a letter, and you could package it however you want and just send it to them, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So what about people that want to swing for the fences? So people that are like, all right, I want to go all out. I want to get products for all these things, for you, Zach. We'll start with you, then we'll go to you. What are some things that people have put together where like, all right, I want a full deal?
Yeah.
What have you seen?
Yeah, we've done some projects like that, and I mean, I would say you go after everything. You're not only going after the apparel side, but you could do things like full custom duffel bags for all of their gear.
So is that like one of the duffel bags?
Yep.
Okay.
And I mean, inside the duffel bag, what else did I bring for you? Like everybody is using shaker bottles now. This is a new one from Contigo, and I like these way better than like the blender bottle with the little metal ball in it. Just heavier. It has a little higher end feel, and they're still only $7. Like they're at the same price point as a shaker bottle. But you can try to kind of go after every single thing that comes into the gym, so that you go with them everywhere they go. If they're traveling, they're bringing this bag, they're bringing this bottle, they're bringing your items, and they're just spreading your brand everywhere that they go.
So like let's say I wanted to put something together for the people that want to sign a year-long contract, right? And they go, okay, we're going to sign up with you for a year. Great. Not only do you get a year membership at a little bit of a discounted rate, but we're going to hook you up with some really great stuff too. Here's our duffel bag, and everything's inside of it. Let's say in that duffel bag, I wanted to have 2 meal containers.
Yep.
Let's say a shaker, a couple bands.
Yep.
T-shirt, duffel bag like that. What does that really end up costing the business owner? Like, what could they put together?
That type of scenario is exactly what we look for. It's exactly what we do. And typically what we would do is just work back from where their number is going to be. I mean, if they're planning on signing up X amount of people and their budget is X, so they have $30 per bag to spend, we'll just take that $30, work it straight back, and then give them a plan that's just copy and paste and get moving.
Because that would be like the coolest thing in the world. Get like being a member. See, the cool thing about going to like a place like Apple, or when you go to buy like some clothes or anything like that, is you actually leave with a bag.
Yeah.
And there's a special feeling about leaving with an actual bag that's branded, and it looks really good. It's got your colors. It's got everything that you just bought in it. You get to open it up as soon as you get home.
Yep.
It's not over. The experience isn't over because you left the store.
Right.
And a gym membership's a little different. In a lot of cases, you walk out with like a piece of paper, which is like a receipt or a carbon copy of the contract or something like that. Sometimes people are so, they think they're so cool with digital. It is cool, but they said, we'll send it to your email. So they leave totally empty-handed.
Okay.
Yeah.
But here I got this cool duffel bag. I feel like I'm already such a big part of the gym. I can't wait to be one of the guys that walks in with my bag.
Yeah.
Right. And then it also, for the people that didn't get the bags, they did month to month or they did 6 month, they can always buy that separately if they see other people using it, right?
Yep.
But they can also just commit to a longer contract, which if I've been working out there for 4 or 5 months already and I know I'm going to be here, might as well upgrade to a 12 month. I get a cool bag and a shorter membership or a lower membership cost, right?
Yeah.
I got a duffel bag from my gym, East Valley CrossFit, and maybe 4 years ago, and I still use it today. Like it has become my gym bag. And
Yeah,
it's
like
not
how
really
many
because
duffel bags do you have?
Yeah, it's not because it's the best one. It's not because it's the coolest one. It's because I like that it has the EDCF logo on the side. I like to rep my gym. I've been going there for a long time, and it is now just a part of my process. Is I wake up in the morning, I grab that exact duffel bag, I throw it in my car, and I'm gone. And that is my system. And that's what you can instill early, because now it's so ingrained in me. I mean, why would I go anywhere else? Like I'm spreading the love as much as anyone.
Because if you hadn't gotten that bag ahead of time, you probably would have chosen a different bag, and you once the habits form, you probably wouldn't have switched bags.
Without a doubt.
So getting it up front is important. Right?
Without a doubt. And for people joining and getting into whatever experience this studio is putting them through, it's probably going to be, they're looking to change their life. They're looking to change their patterns. And so if you can implement certain branded items that can be a part of that change, trust me, they will stick around and they'll pay dividends down the road.
And if the shirt's cool enough, which that's something that your team does real well, but if the shirt's cool enough, the product's cool enough, you have people ask. It's a great way to get referrals, because people aren't naturally referral machines.
No.
They're not going into a barbecue and being like, hey guys, where do you guys work out?
Yeah.
And then just start opening up the conversation and migrating them over to their gym.
Right.
Yep.
But if they're wearing a really cool shirt, which to a barbecue, a t-shirt's a normal thing, right? That's why I wear t-shirts everywhere, actually, so it's not fair for me. But you're wearing a t-shirt to a barbecue, it says something real cool on it, or it's got a real cool, unique look to it, and they go, what's that? It's my gym. Oh, yeah, I need to get back in the gym. Where do you work out? And now you're talking
Happens all
about
the
it.
time.
Yep.
Yep.
Of course it does. Yeah, it's an icebreaker, especially if you have something really cool too. Cool products. The Frisbees were great for me.
Yep.
I had a lot of people ask me for the Frisbees. I got rid of those Frisbees sooner than I wanted to, because friends wanted the Frisbees and people that weren't actually
And
customers.
they're
Right.
sub $1. I mean, it's
And who
unbelievable.
you don't throw away a Frisbee.
No.
Like
No.
you hang on to it all the time.
Yeah.
Cool. So what about for you? What's next level stuff? Have people come in here and just bought like a full jumpsuit or pants? Do you guys even do pants or anything, or no?
We do warm-up pants, things like that.
Or shorts or anything?
Yeah, we do all kinds of exercise shorts, pants. People actually will sometimes provide their own Lululemon to customize on their own.
Oh, so they can give you
They can,
the shirts already.
Yeah,
and
we
the
have to
pants.
check out the stuff first, but we can embellish all kinds of things that they provide. For me, one of my gym clients, he has a full line of shirts and tanks, and people can earn them or they can buy them. And the key for him is that he has lots of selection. He's constantly innovating new designs, new ideas. And so people constantly want what's next, what's new, because it becomes part of their habit to wear.
It's a new thing.
So they want to wear a Team 44 tank top to work out in. So they want to make sure they have enough in the rotation, right? And they want to constantly have what's new. And so he has a subscription program for that. He's constantly putting out fresh stuff, and it's not complicated things. We're talking about simple designs, bold images, motivating phrases. And people love it. I mean, one of his most famous ones, we've got a V-neck. It literally says Team 44 is the name of the gym, and I wear it all the time. People say to me all the time, "What's Team 44?" And I say, "Well, it's the gym I work out at." and it starts that conversation, right? And it doesn't even say gym on it anywhere. It doesn't have all kinds of advertising on it, but it's a conversation starter. And those are the best kind of connections and referrals that you can get is when they're organic.
You know, there's a gym in New York that I actually got to see when I was down there, and they do something like that too, where you get to earn them or you can buy them.
Yeah.
Same thing, but they have a word of the month or like a phrase of the month. And so the last time we were there, it was like sweat to ground or something like that. It was just something simple, sweat to ground or leave sweat on the ground or something like that. But they had a real cool shirt designed for it, and all the instructors have to wear that shirt that month. And the person who was the member of the month, there's a woman and a man, they automatically get a free shirt to kick off the month, and they sell the shirts. And I mean, when I went in there to go check them out, there were like probably 20% of the people wearing those shirts.
Yeah.
And I asked the guy, I was like, so did everybody here win the shirt? He's like, oh, no, pretty much everybody buys them. That's the cool thing. Everybody buys every month, they buy the new shirt.
Yeah.
Because it's cool.
It's well played.
It's a great way to get retail, and also to get buy-in, right? Because you don't leave a gym like that.
Yeah, yeah. We have a studio down in Queen Creek, and he actually has an incentive program on shirts where he has bounties on where you can be seen, like having a picture of you on Instagram or Facebook, where if you get a picture in his shirt in a different state, that gets X amount of points. If you get a picture of his shirt at this location, that gets X amount of points. And you can win other things, other shirts, other hats. So it's incentivizing his people to go out and take pictures in his gear and post them online. Very smart angle, and his gym is growing like crazy.
That's pretty cool. What are the best of the best, like the top customers ordering from you guys? Are they actually getting? Well, actually, I guess which I should ask: do you guys even help them with ideas, or do they have to come to you with ideas?
Absolutely. We all day long. The retail space is all about idea creation and helping people bring ideas to life.
Is that going to phrasing and graphics, or just like?
Yeah, we don't do full graphic designs, but we do graphic assembly, and we accomplish some pretty amazing things in a short period of time with the tools and graphics that we can assemble together. I think a lot of my biggest clients, my best clients, are really honed in on they're really good at forming a community, and a community that is really loyal to their base, and so. And they reward them and reward their need to express through their apparel. And so a lot of the gyms are doing a large runs for commerce and e-commerce, and that's great. But it's important not to think that you have to it's not a race to get the biggest inventory fast. I'd love to sell you 10,000 pieces to fill up your war chest so that you can be selling and giving away all day long. But it's important that you make the right decisions and you're buying the right things and you're listening to your market. And you're testing your ideas out first so that you can make the right decisions. Because nothing worse than having somebody spend a lot of money with me and then have that idea implode or not work out, or it becomes kind of a demotivator. And so it's important that people really work to find the right things, the right fabrics, the right fits, the right messages for their community.
So the program that I'm doing with you guys, I don't even know what it's called. I just know that I have a really cool program where shirts just happen automatically from your team.
Right. We call it on-demand fulfillment, and the idea is that we want to leverage our on-demand capabilities that we have here at the retail store to be able to execute ideas or get your merch out there as easy as possible. So the traditional way is to buy a bunch of shirts, and you have somebody's task to package them up, and every time somebody signs up for a new membership or whatnot, is that they mail them to them, they send them in the mail. It's inefficient because you don't managing sizes, inventory, taste changes. You bought 400 shirts, but all of a sudden nobody's wearing these V-necks anymore. Holy crap! So being able to purchase, purchase and specify as a new client signs on board, and getting them that logoed apparel, those items, delivered to them directly to their door with any kind of marketing paraphernalia you want inside the package that pushes your message forward. It's super efficient. Now, is it more expensive than just buying a bunch of shirts and sending out? Yes, it is. But long term,
not really. You don't use a lot of them.
Managing that process and the time of management, inventory management, all that stuff. If you look at the productivity of an employee managing that for you, it's actually cheaper.
And possibly wasted inventory.
Totally, absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
the cool thing is you are talking about like if you get a new member and you could send something cool, but you could do this for birthdays.
Absolutely.
Right, and send a cool birthday note
Yep.
along with it. You could do it for the holidays for some of your top customers,
Yep.
your top members, right? All your
Absolutely.
contracted people, your
Yep.
training clients. You can do it if you know they have like an anniversary come up, give them something for them and their wife. Let's say you
Yeah.
haven't gotten their wife to join yet, but now you can
Yeah.
get them a shirt.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's a lot of really cool ways to use that one
Absolutely.
service, right?
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Cool. It's cool. And you know, for the people that, you know, we talked about do the contracts for like a year, we give them some really cool stuff. It's still important to get something for the people that just do a month to month because we want to convert them into that. And this stuff helps with retention. Right.
Without a doubt.
And so, I mean, something small even, I was talking to one fitness studio owner, again, just being able to leave with something, a nice branded folder that has maybe like 3 pamphlets on the left, or three papers on the left, you know, stretches you should do at home, basic concepts of nutrition everyone should follow, and so a workout from home that you can do when you can't make it into class. And on the right side, if you're a Pilates place, what is Pilates? And then what do we believe in? A couple buddy passes for friends, like physical buddy passes. Everybody knows they can get their friend to come in, but there's something cool about giving them a cool, like
Right.
thick coupon,
Yep.
something like
Right.
that, right? And then getting a pen, you know, so that they can log their stuff. Like a little book like that, $7.
Yeah.
That's worth it.
Well, and like pen under $1.
A pen's under $1.
Folder under $1. I mean, there's ways you don't have to spend thousands of dollars to do this. There are ways to just start with the small stuff, and you can kind of feel out your market from there. And as cash flow gets better, if you're a newer studio, you can take those bigger risks and make those bigger moves. But you're right. I mean, you can start with the smallest things, and they will stick around.
Well, you go into the best companies, and the best, like you know, because you obviously deal with great companies, and then you deal with companies that are a little struggling, right?
Yeah.
That are kind of getting with you. And the people that are doing really great, they have this stuff worked in their business.
Oh.
And what the difference is, you know, you can look at it as cost, say, oh, that means I'm going to spend $20 or $40 or $7
Right.
per customer.
Yeah.
But the average customer in a fitness studio or independent gym, like what do you pay at your gym? It's got to be $100,
$125, yeah.
$125, right? So you take $125, let's say $100 just to play it safe, right? And let's say the average gym is able to keep people for 6 months. Well, that means your average value per customer is $600, right? Lifetime. But what if you have cool stuff in place to let them stay for a year? You just double that, and the reason you didn't double it is because you didn't want to spend $20.
Yeah.
And not to mention that there's a lot more that comes than just that 6 months, right?
Right.
6 more months of them working out at your gym where they can refer people to you, where they can buy shirts, where they can buy, if you guys sell smoothies or energy drinks and all that other stuff. I mean, there's a lot more that comes to it than that monthly membership.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Right?
Well, and I think that encouraging small business owners in any market to focus on these type of numbers, lifetime value of your client, looking at your numbers. It's amazing some of the gyms that we go into where no one's looking at any of that stuff.
Right.
A lot of them
They're
don't know
just
they need to.
they're just rebuying the same stuff that the clients don't even like. Where even they'll admit, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
we've been selling this water bottle back here. No one really ever buys them anymore because they leak and
Yeah.
people hate them. And I'm like, but you just bought more of them? Why would you do that? You
Yeah.
know, sometimes you need to step back and really assess everything inside of your business.
Yeah.
And then you can make those calculated moves where it doesn't feel like a risk. It's not a risk to make these moves. You're being a business owner. That's part of the job.
Yeah. And buying for the sake of buying isn't great. Like I said, I'll take your money all day long, but I want to help you make the right decision. So, you know, if spending an extra 50 cents per pen gets you a pen that everybody wants to keep on them all the time, you win.
Yep.
Right? And so again, what's the point of getting promo items and buying shirts to give away? What's your goal? If your goal is just to say I gave away free shirts, okay, fine. Who cares what the shirt style is or what kind of pen you made? But if your goal is actually to get people to use the products that you are giving them in a marketing effort, an effort for them to push that message forward, then making the right choices and making and buying things with a purpose is really the key, and that's where you win.
Yeah, you know, it's funny you guys talk about
too, because these guys are used to measuring.
right? But with their health.
Yeah.
Their meal planning, and that's based off their macros. You know, they have the calories down, they have the protein, the carbs, the fats down, they have their water intake down, they have their cardio measured out the right way,
Yep.
their sets, their reps. All that's measured, and they work on looking at the numbers and improving. But they don't realize that if you do it in the business, and not everybody, but you know, the people
Yep.
that are just starting out don't have a lot of business background. You don't realize that if you really start looking at it, you go, okay, where am I making the most impact? where am I making the most money? Am I really losing money by giving this duffel bag away in exchange for year-long contracts?
Yep.
And it's great that we're looking at that. Lifetime customer value is one of the things that we feel like I probably teach to 2 out of 3 people that we work with, because they go, okay, well, let's see, if I get 10 new members this month, I charge $100 a month, that means we make $1,000. Right, but you don't make $1,000, right?
Yep.
That's how a guy at a lemonade stand, a kid at a lemonade stand looks at it, right? 'Cause that's it. But CFO is going to look at it and say, well, how long do you keep members? The average gym keeps them for 7 months. It's like $700 times 10. That's $7,000 you made, not $1,000, right? So it's important to look at that stuff, especially when you're making buying decisions, because once you know what the customer's worth, you know what it's worth what's worth paying to get them.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
So Boom Promo. What's the website? Is it just boompromo?
Boompromo.com.
Simple enough.
Yep.
BrandXT-shirts.com.
I vouch for both these guys. I've been using both of them for a long time. A lot of the gyms we know are using guys. They're working with a lot of gyms as well. So I appreciate you guys being on the show. I've been a proud customer of you guys for a long time, and I really like what you guys do. So thanks for helping out.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Thanks so much for joining us today. If you like this episode, then subscribe to our podcast on iTunes or Stitcher, and to our YouTube channel to never miss an episode. You can get all the links by going to thegsdshow.com. Thanks, and see you next time.